Hello friends, this is session of Aakar physics classes and we are here with second part of physics classes. Okay, so this is part 2 and we are going to start with motion, a chapter motion of class 9th. Okay, so this motion is there. We are here with this chapter, and the first term which you should know is motion. We are going to do a number of terms in this. We will try to understand the chapter, and be with me. I'll bring many parts of it, and until the chapter is going to finish, I'll be there with my sessions. So motion is what do you mean by motion? See, any object when it is stationed, any object when it is at stationary or when it is fixed, we call it stationary. Okay, we say that the object is not moving and it is a stationary object. But when there is change in the body, when there is change in the position of a body, then we say that the body has suffered a motion. Okay, or we say that body is in motion. So, and any object when changes its position with time, in reference to a fixed point, the object is said to be in motion. So what is motion? What is the basic points in motion? In motion you have two things to remember. First thing is that a body suffers a change in position. Okay, change in position. And secondly, it is considered with respect to something which is fixed. Okay, this change in position is considered. Okay, it is considered with respect to stationary object. And the third thing is that it changes position with time. So 3 points are there which you have to understand, that if there is change in position, it means body is in motion. The change in position is considered with respect to something stationary or something which is fixed. And third thing is that when it is going to change in position, definitely it will take some time to change the position. When it is in motion, there will be some time taken by body to move from one place to another. So any object which is in motion takes some time, and it is considered with respect to something which is stationary or something which is fixed. Understood? Now in this motion we have some terms which you have to understand, that when the body is changing in its position, you can see here, if a body is there and it changes its position, suppose a body was there at 8 position and it changes to B, it goes to B. Okay, now from here to here, when it is moving to B, from point A to B, when a body is moving, it creates a length. You can see that it has gone through a path. So this path which is actual length, so you will say that actual length created by, you Okay, actual length created by an object by an object when changing its position is the distance of that object. Okay, is the distance covered by the object, and also one more thing is there in this distance, that it is irrespective of its direction. It is irrespective of any direction. So change in position, actually we can, in short we can say that distance is what? In short, if we want to write, we can say that change in position creating length irrespective of any direction is known as distance. One more term is there, which is displacement. There is one more word which we call displacement. The word which you have to understand is the displacement. Now, what is the difference between the two words? What is displacement? See, when an object is there and if it is moving to another path, say from A to B, if it is moving to A to B, and if it is in a straight line, the shortest possible distance is covered by the object. If it is moving from A to B in a very straight line and in any specific direction, okay, so there are 2-3 things which you have to keep in your mind. What? First thing is that shortest distance, it covers a shortest distance. When I'm talking about shortest distance, it means that it goes in straight line. Okay, so it is in straight line, in straight line, shortest distance covered in straight line, and what? In specific direction, then the distance covered is, then that possible shortest distance covered is known as this displacement. So we'll say that this change in position of an object is said to be displacement. Now, what is the difference in between these two? See, in this case, you can see here, in this case, the distance is there. In distance, you can see there is change in direction all the time. Can you see? So, there is no specific direction in this case, right? We don't have any specific direction, and it can be longer enough. And this is the actual path which is covered by the body, but there could be another part which a body is covering from here to here. If you find, then this path, this shortest possible distance, this shortest possible path in a straight line, in any way direction, in any of the direction, either here to here, or if it is in this way, here to here. So only you can see that there is a specific direction in this case, but in this case we don't have any specific direction. So this one is if the same body is covering from, this body is suffering, if it is going through this distance, this length or this path, then we say that it is distance covered. But if I'm talking about this path, then it is known as displacement covered. Okay, so this is the difference between distance and displacement, that this is the actual path which is covered by the body irrespective of any direction, whereas displacement is what? It is the shortest path covered by the body irrespective, it's not irrespective, with respect or in a specific direction. Sorry, let me once again say that distance is what? This is the actual path which is covered by the body irrespective of any direction, whereas what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest path covered in a straight line in a specific direction. So always remember, displacement has a direction with it, whereas distance has no direction. It is irrespective of direction. Okay, irrespective of direction. What it shows, these two quantities are related with two other terms. There are two other terms known as scalar quantity and vector quantity. So before moving further, I would like to tell you what is a scalar quantity and what is vector quantity. See, all the quantities in physics, like motion, like distance, displacement, force, pressure, acceleration, all these quantities are known as physical quantities. In physics, we call them physical quantities, and physical quantities can be classified into two parts, scalar quantity and vector quantity. We classify them into two parts, a scalar quantity and vector quantity. Now, what is the difference between a scalar and vector? Scalar quantities are the quantities with magnitude. There are two parts in it. They are having magnitude. They have some magnitude, but no direction, no specific direction. But in this case, you are having magnitude as well as specific direction. Now, with the help of this definition of a scalar and vector, you can now classify distance and displacement. Now you can find the category of distance and displacement. You can see here that this distance will fall into the category of scalar quantity, whereas in vector quantity displacement will fit suitably. So displacement takes the category of vector quantity. Why so? Because distance has magnitude. It has magnitude, but no specific direction, right? No specific direction. But in this case, what is there? It has magnitude. As well as specific direction is mentioned in this case. I hope you have understood this, and will come up with the next session after this, and it will be part 3.